you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is bright and early. There's a 5, the number 5 in the front of the time right now. That's how early it is. I am going to be sharing with you guys my melting basket for March. Preface this by stating it is highly likely that I won't be doing an empties video probably until the end of April. I have nothing on my nails right now because I'm letting them rest. I had nail polish consistently on my nails for a month. I thought I'd give them a break. So first up, we've got Yankee Candle's wax melts. There's one new addition. The other two are coming over from the last few months that I, got overzealous and made my basket super uber huge, and I'm not melting nearly as much right now. I'm not home as much. I don't get to enjoy it as much as I used to. The first one is Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl. As you guys can see, this is a beautiful photo. On cold, it smells just like it looks, that nice, beautiful cinnamon bun. This will be new for me. I have another one of these. When I went to the States this past summer, I stocked up on a lot of things I can't get in Canada. This is Pumpkin Maple Creme Caramel. Then we have Woodland Weekend Memories. Now, this is the one I'm adding to the basket. It is beautiful. It has a picture of tea on it, but really the scent is not so much caffeinated or tea related. Maybe tea related in the sense of like hot water and tea leaves, but not the tea that we know. Like, it's not like Tetley or anything like that. It's not orange pekoe. She's just a great herbal tea. Okay, so then we have from Sensationals. All of these were actually picked up in the States at some point. This one's a little bit older. This is the last one of the entire bunch that I purchased like a couple of years ago. But this is Cider House Donuts, and it's really, really good. Now, I've melted probably 12 of these packs at this point. If I saw it in the store again in the States, because again, none of these were found in Canada, I might just pass up on it, or I might just buy 1 or 2. But I went through like 12. I'm just kind of going through this because my wax stash is actually down to, if I could combine everything into one bin at this point again. I know I've got some stuff from my friend Teresa, but we're going away shortly, so I'll wait till I get back before I get her to send that stuff up, because I don't want to arrive and then sit at my front door for like 2 weeks. Anyway, we have Sweet Berry Cider, Juicy Apple and Raspberry. Now, this did come out for, I think it was fall, but I think this will be good for any time really. And this one says Pumpkin Muffins Blissful. It's really hard to say that if you can actually smell pumpkin. It's all the spices that they throw into it, like cinnamon and cardamom and nutmeg and all that stuff. Anyway, those are going to be ones that I'm going to be melting in the great room portion of the house. One, Lonely Mainstays. This is my last type. Now, I have a full clamshell left of this one because I loved it so much. Again, I can't get it in Canada, at least not the scent. This is Bourbon Baked Pear, which is described as brown cinnamon, au jus pear, and spiced bourbon. This is one I was telling you guys, run, don't walk, when I saw this. Again, I think it came out in the summer of 2024 for like the fall of 2024. I have gone through a couple of cubes here. As you can see, I have one more backup pack of this. The last of the mainstream wax to share with you guys, we have Better Homes and Gardens, which you cannot find in Canada. Pretty much you can't even find really good wax anywhere in Canada when it comes to Walmart. At least my Walmart has absolutely nothing. It's really embarrassing actually for them and sad for me. I've melted this before. This is Cranberry Mandarin Splash, described as mandarin, tangerine, lemon, cranberry, and red currant. It's great, slightly fruity, which I think will be just fine for this time of year too. Like, we're transitioning from like super cold here in Canada to actually starting to warm up, and where I live it just went from absolute snow to it's green and raining and cloudy and foggy. This is a beautiful scent that will be for our bedroom. This is Soft Cashmere and Amber, which is bergamot, amber, citrus, sandalwood, patchouli, peppercorn, cassis, and moss. It's a beautiful scent to throw in a cube or two in your bedroom or places that you want to relax. If you're a reader and you have like a reading nook or whatever, that would be a really good one to melt. I'm actually almost complete this one, and I know I have a backup of a big family pack. This is Fresh Orchard Apples, apple, pear blossom, lemon, sugar, and vanilla bean. Gorgeous. And as you guys can see, I've already kind of gone through it a little bit. And one of my absolute favorite bedroom scents of all time from anyone is Better Homes and Gardens Lavender Lemonade. Now, I normally reserve this one for the summer, but like I mentioned, I don't have a lot of relaxing bedtime scents. And I use this one for the bedroom because it does have the lavender, but it also has lemon, sugar, pineapple water, melon, and vanilla with that lavender. So it makes it really fresh, really bright, very summery. I really enjoy this one. I've bought oodles and oodles of these, and I will continue to do so because this is great. But again, I have to wait to go down to the States again. Don't know when that's going to be. Next up, we have from Zape, which is a vendor wax company out in the States. All of these are coffee scented because I know when I purchased a big order from Zape, it was like all to do with coffee. The night before I was editing this video, the owner of Zape came out onto Facebook and Instagram to say that they are now closing. Like they're done, closed. Guys, it'll be ominous because as you'll see shortly, I was saying I don't know how long vendor wax companies, like small businesses, are going to stay alive and open much longer. And now we have Zape, and we also have the fall of VCS, which you'll hear me talk about shortly. 2 coffee bundles, which one I've already completely gone through. This is the end of these little cups here of our second one. But I also remember buying like a whole box full of coffee scents before these were released. So this has been like residual for quite some time. I don't have any dates on the bottom, but it's at least 2 years old. Any vendors are watching, these are awful cups. The lids pop off. They're actually just sitting on top of the actual shot cup. If they get a little chip in it, which I mean plastic is kind of very easily to be broken, so anyway, it's just a pet peeve of mine because I just took these out of a little bag and all of the lids fell off. So I'm just gonna go through what I have. Let's go through this one, which is Campfire Coffee, Smoky Campfire Old Fashioned Donuts, Sweet Cream Espresso. Then we have Frapperon, which is almond macaron, fresh cookies and espresso. And then we have this one here, Essential Perk, apple cinnamon donuts, whipped cream and espresso. I will say with a lot of these ones though, the coffee is not coffee forward, it's mostly the blend. I prefer the coffee being forward and then the blend, but I will say that they do really good blends. Whistle Stop Cafe is next, fresh baked banana nut bread and a warm cup of coffee. Then we have this lovely 6-pack here. This is Campfire Coffee, which is Campfire Old Fashioned Donuts and Sweet Cream Espresso. Do I have that already? It's the same as this one. Maybe I'll put this one away. I just realized that. I'll put the bigger one away because we have a little one and I know I won't get through the big one nearly as fast. And then the last two, this one here is Cappuccino Pizzelle, vanilla waffle, cookies, toasted marshmallow, and espresso. See, I just touch this. I look at the lid and it pops off. Then we have lastly Sunday Times, which is Snickerdoodle and Espresso, 27 across. We have Super Tarts. This is almost the last of my Super Tarts. I just looked, obviously I just pulled today for more wax melts. I have 2 more band bags like this, and then I'm out of Super Tarts. It's not because I don't love them. I love Super Tarts. They're one of my top vendors ever. Some of my favorite scents have come from them of all time. I find the process of ordering a little more, quite a bit more difficult now, just the way that the process is, and I understand why, but at the same time I'm like, I don't want to have to wait 4 months to get my wax that I ordered. And I know there's huge circumstances there because they are so popular. Not to say that I won't order in the future, of course I will, as long as Brandy still pours wax, but I feel, I'm gonna say this again in probably many videos, I feel that vendor wax melt companies are going to really feel the pinch soon, and I think it's probably because they're going to have to increase their cost to us exponentially to the point where we're like how much do I really want this? All I'm hearing and seeing on many Facebook pages for different groups of vendor wax, things are getting expensive. Like they're basically kind of coaxing us to like let us know things are going to go up again, but I don't think it's just going to go up a little bit. I think it's going to be quite the jump. At this point in time, everybody, literally everybody is like penny pitching, watching their dollars, you know, what is most important, or even if you can purchase these things, you might not be purchasing the amount you used to purchase before. Like when I say I used to place orders for Super Tarts, Canadian dollars, it was like $400 Canadian. I would buy a lot because of course I have to pay duty, taxes, fees for it to be shipped up here way more than the United States, anybody from the States, because obviously this vendor is from the US. I have stopped ordering nearly as much for part of that reason, although that's just upcoming, mostly because I'm like, I just don't want to wait that long. And I mean, I'm a very patient person, but I'm like, I draw a line. Love Super Tarts. Please go check them out. They are great. Their scents are fantastic. 2 of these, Birds is really good, but 2 of these are one of my top, probably 20. This one's probably top 5 scents of all times from vendors. So let's start with that one. This is Minerva. This is just simply pink sugar and laundry scent, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God. I just need a little tiny cube. I don't even need this whole cube. Little tiny portion of that cube. Put it in my bathrooms. I love that scent for the bathrooms. It's so clean and so good. Actually, sometimes I put this in all around the house just because it smells that good. Yeah, it's just so good. And another one is Get Out of the Water, which is a Jaws flanker. Jaws is a scent that's described as sea salt, ozone, seagrass, plum, and pear. And then she has all these flankers that all of those scents are in, but then she adds one extra note to make them all a little different. Get Out of the Water's a twist on the movie Jaws, and this one has all those notes plus strawberry. So I love any Jaws flanker, the original. I love that one for the bathroom as well. So these huge cubes, you don't need much, especially when your bathroom's not super big. Split that in half or in a third, and her wax lasts a long time. And then we have lastly Birds, which I actually do love, but I don't melt this one as much. It's Harvest Ale, Pumpkin Donuts, Brown Sugar, and Buttercream. So it's kind of more like if you're a seasonal melter, maybe more of a fall time scent. I've been enjoying this actually. I have this going today in our little cups. I know it's only like, what is it, 5:33 right now a.m. But yeah, we have these going right now in the house. Love it. It's great, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's even my top 20, but it's a great scent. If you guys get a chance to get a sample or get a smaller amount of it, make sure you like it. This is a beast. Reinstate that this is crazy strong. They are all crazy strong, but this one in particular, that laundry note, whew, love it. All right, so another vendor wax company, Rainbow Melts, also one of my top favorite vendors, and their wax lasts a long time and throws so well, similar to Super Tarts. These are all coffee blends. You might be asking yourself why. Well, a while ago, I bought 2 different coffee samplers. It says actually almost to the day. It's February 25th, 2023. I've had this a couple years, but I love them so much. I've enjoyed her coffee blends. If I find a vendor that does great coffee, I talked about Zape earlier, I will continuously buy, very loyally buy and purchase anything with their coffee blends. That said, I will preface by stating most coffee and tea scents I do melt on my weekends, or if I work from home every once in a while, or a holiday. If we're home during the day, I love to melt these. So we have Cafe Gelato, which is espresso ice cream, sweet waffle cone, and butter brickle. Fantastic. Then we have Coffee Heaven, which is strong coffee and cookie heaven. One of her house blends is Cookie Heaven. Beautiful. Midnight Donut Shop, strong coffee and sweet fried dough and creamy vanilla glaze. Also wonderful. I've had a lot of these before, and I would obviously clearly repurchase because I did. Bed and Breakfast, Cafe Espresso and Caramel and Hot Orange Danish. Kind of nice for spring, I think. Caffeine Party, creamy vanilla coffee, a big slice of birthday cake. That's lovely. And one of her top rated scents, is probably one of her most popular scents, is Cool Beans. Described as iced coffee and whipped marshmallow and caramel drizzle. Rainbow Melts, fantastic. Definitely. They're doing like pre-orders. Get on their Facebook page. All of the vendors I talk about. So we've talked about Zape so far, talked about Rainbow Melts, and we're going to talk about one last vendor here at the very end, which I have a lot of. Get on their Facebook page. They'll be posting and making announcements, and a lot of them have Instagram as well. Some use Instagram a little bit more than others, but it's beautiful. It's great. These throw, like, they're huge chunks. This I'm going to slice off little bits of this. Okay, so next up we're going to be talking about vintage chic scents. Now, I will say we're going to do 2 parts. I'm going to show you this, and I got some little smaller pieces as well. The only thing about Vintage Chic Scents, or VCS, is that she has, Kirby, the owner and creator, she has officially said, I am closing up shop soon. So basically, if you have favorites, if you've known about VCS for a long time, definitely check out VCS, because, well, they're going out of business. So if you're new to VCS, it will be really hard and sad for you guys to find out that unfortunately you can't get it anymore pretty soon. What Kirby has said, once her oils and supplies run out, she will be done. So as certain oils are popular in certain things, and they'll go faster, and anything that's a little less popular will stick around a little bit longer. But I predict by the summertime she will be gone. With that said, you guys, I do love VCS. Some of my favorites, again, a top vendor, and I don't believe she'll be around much longer. I'm going to share with you guys what I'm going to chop up, and then up next I'll show you the little pieces as well that I have. I have Little Kim. My name's Kim. I had to. I just had to. This is described as sugared strawberries, pineapple slices, tropical coconut, and cotton candy. These are huge. This is some of the most amount, like the biggest amount of wax. This is actually 6 pieces usually, like that big. Even bigger than this loaf, which we'll get to. I will chop one of these off, take it off, and then chop it up probably 6 to 8 pieces. Love this one. It was a new purchase for me. I bought it again because of my name, but it is a great scent. Central Park Snow Globe. Now this is typically melted in the winter, but it's peppermint. It's just peppermint creme Noel. It's like a vanilla bean Noel for Bath & Body Works. I will take this little hunk and do the same thing as I just mentioned to the other one, chop it up in a bunch of pieces and melt it and enjoy it. One of the very first scents I ever got from any vendor wax is a gift. This is Princess of Monaco, which is lemon curd swirled with gooey marshmallows. Now this is a fairly standard scent. A lot of vendors actually do this scent now in their own twist, but this is the very first one. Like VCS is one of the very first vendors I ever got to try. And I also received a small little sample size from a friend of mine who gifted me a really lovely box at Christmas time, and I will always remember this one. This is a great scent. Sweeney's Barbershop is one of my favorite bathroom melts. I love this scent. I don't know what about it is, but there is something that reminds me of my aunt and growing up. And it's fresh strawberries blended with minty shaving cream. Beautiful. It has great scent memory. I have a full-on blossom bar. So another one with 6 pieces in it. I will also keep that one, very coveted in my collection, but I really do enjoy this. So again, I'll take this little one out, chop it up, and use it. And then we're going to talk about this loaf. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use this one. It's more fall. I had this in my basket for quite some time. I'm just lazy. Just put it this way. So I'd have to sit there and chop all of this up, and which is not a big deal. This is the Warrens, which is glazed cinnamon donuts and warm cup of mulled cider topped with gooey marshmallows, caramel drizzle, and sweet cinnamon. Great scent. Very, very popular in the fall. The Warrens is one of the most popular scents. I like it. It's not my favorite, but I do obviously like it enough to get one of these containers. I'm super glad I did. Now I know she's closing up. So here are the smaller pieces, and some of them I've already used a little bit of, and I'm just going to carry it over into the next basket. I actually have this one going today as well. This is Let's Go to the Mall. It's Go to the Mall with Robin Spargles and enjoy the familiar scent of candied pecans, pretzels dusted with cinnamon and sugar. This is great. More of a fall scent, but the last big order I made with VCS was very fall inspired. This is really great. I would probably chop this up. Her stuff also, like all the other vendors I've mentioned, throws really, really, really strongly, really, really well. So don't need a lot. There's that. And I received this as a sample the last time I placed an order. This is Birthday Babes Strawberry Mango Birthday Cake topped with cotton candy frosting. This little 2-ounce shot cup, I get a lot of uses out of this, so I will chop this up and use it in many different areas. We had these perfect little Easter eggs, which is really kind of coming up. It's creeping up really quick. Prancer's Punch, which is juicy huckleberry mango infused ginger ale. Absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to get into this. Again, I will split those up into probably 3 pieces. Then we have these like ghost faces. This is Rosemary's Baby Herbal Lavender and Crisp Mint. I will chop this one up and put it probably in our bedrooms because of the herbal lavender. I think the mint kind of breaks the herbalness of the lavender, which I would rather enjoy. Magenta zucchini bread, juicy red apples, peach nectar, golden cinnamon, and warm spices, and zucchini bread. So again, very fall inspired, but it's very gourmand, so I like to put that kind of stuff all around the house. And the last thing to share with you guys is Hey Boo, salted butterscotch and vanilla bean Noel. Another one that's going to be quite sweet. I will chop up this little ghost and this little pumpkin here into quite a few pieces and spread it around the house. Well, that was it, everybody. That's going to be the melting basket probably for a few months. So we'll be going away for a couple of weeks here, so I won't be melting as much. So you're likely not to see an empties at the end of March, but you'll probably see one at the end of April. I'm hoping to have gotten through a few things in that time. I appreciate all of you guys who have kind of stuck around waiting for me to do a wax video, but because I just haven't been melting, I've been burning more candles than anything else, really, to be fair. Honestly, my inspiration for wax melt is not as high anymore. I'm definitely leaning towards more candles these days because I can get more bang for my buck, i.e. I can chop my candles up from Bath & Body Works, buy those ones on sale. I will link a video of what I do to chop the video above here. Now it's just like, I have so many candles, I need to get through them. I still love vendor wax. I love Walmart wax. I love it all. Basically, I love my house to smell great. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.